right, everyone. Welcome to our Seasteading Social launching our business membership program. Our speaker today is Matthew Fiorenza. He is a longtime volunteer with the Seasteading Institute. He has helped us to improve our visibility online and to make sure we're reaching the people who want to hear about seasteading. And he has helped us craft this business membership program. So Matthew, please take it away.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming today. It's an honor really to be able to present this information to you because I have been a supporter of the seasteading and the philosophy that goes along with it for a while. But this is also right up my lane because in my day-to-day business work, I work with organizations and businesses to help them develop different ways to get the funds that they need to support their nonprofits. I work with several nonprofits, and business membership is one of those ways. This is a good presentation, or this is a good meeting for you to be on, whether or not you're a business owner and you'd ever be interested in business membership. Because if you're a supporter of the Seasteading Institute and you're interested in seeing the Seasteading Institute grow, you're going to want to try to help promote their business membership. So again, if you're on today and you own a business, then this is definitely something you want to hear about. If you're ever thinking about owning a business, and you're needing some in your market would be the folks that support the Seasteading Institute, you'll want to hear it. But even if you're just a supporter and you don't think you'll ever have a desire or need to actually have a business membership, it's good to know about it because this way you can help promote it. I don't think there's a whole lot for us to discuss today in the areas of doing a very long presentation. We're going to do about 14 slides. I think the whole presentation is about 30 something, but we won't do all of those unless somebody has a specific question and we need to drill down more on some of that information. I'd like to start out by just saying, if you've never had experience purchasing a business membership from a nonprofit organization, the Seasteading business membership in 2024, starting now, is $500 annually. And that is absolutely the most inexpensive business membership that I have ever seen. So if you are thinking about the business membership or talking about it and you're wondering about the value, well, that is almost anything at a $500 level for a business membership for a year would be a great value. But because of all the other additional information we're going to provide today, you're going to see that just about any business would not only be able to support a cause that they believe in by purchasing a business membership, but they'd also get a significant ROI on their investment in a Seasteading Institute business membership. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. This membership is available now. And of course, one of our goals is to help you support a cause you believe in and help build brand awareness in the industry that you serve. So if you're a business owner and you want to reach seasteaders, you're interested in the blue economy, working with the Seasteading Institute and becoming a business member would be a great way to do that. And again, if you want to reach the type of people that will support you, you really, as far as I know, you can't reach them anywhere else but through the Seasteading Institute. So we're going to go over some of the insights into the seasteading audience. So any business wants to know what their marketing messages or who their marketing messages are going to be delivered to. So the reach right now for the seasteading audience is 21,784 people. And I'll show you a few slides down how we reach them. The discretionary income for that group is, as you can see, almost $500 million. And the way that works out is this: we use the general accounting practices approved method for discovering what discretionary income is. And the way that works out is that about $20,000 per year per member of our audience, and that's just an average, has discretionary income that they could spend. And discretionary income sometimes means, especially if you offer something in the seasteading world, as far as like a seasteader or like a seastead that would be put out to sea, or any type of a product that would support that. In addition to the discretionary income, income that might be being spent on something for land living could also then be turned over to, making a purchase for something that's in the area of the blue economy or supporting a seastead. So a good example of that would be, housing. I mean, if you're going to move to a seastead, you don't have to actually own a land home. You can use that income that you're paying for rent or mortgage and put it towards your seastead. So there could even be more income available for the businesses that are business members who want to offer products and services to seasteads. You may know that most seasteaders are male. About 64% of seasteaders are male, and most of them don't have kids. So most seasteaders don't have kids. About 20% of them do. 23% of them do. One of the most significant things about the seasteader is his entrepreneurial spirit. A significant portion of seasteaders do have the entrepreneurial spirit, 77% of them. And I think that is important as people move forward to offering products to the audience. An entrepreneurial spirit is somebody who's usually willing to be an early adopter. They're interested in being first and getting in on a new product or a new service. And they're usually not shy about jumping on board. They tend to be the leaders, which makes a seasteader a good audience for another business that's looking to market to them. Let's see. And seasteaders span really the whole economic spectrum. So from the discretionary income and me breaking it down to about $20,000 a year, it might give you an idea of what you think the income of seasteaders are. But really, that's an average. So the seasteaders really range the whole economic spectrum. Some of the benefits of membership. Well, if you are a business, you get your logo proudly displayed in the membership directory. You get an interview with Seasteading Today. So that's an important thing that can be used to help promote your business, organization, or philosophy to the seasteading audience. You get a dedicated blog post every year. And some blog posts get as much as 500 visits. And there's some averages and numbers on that later on in the presentation that show, the type of reach each individual blog post has immediately out of the gate. But of course, that blog post rests on the Seasteading Institute website forever. So there's always an opportunity for that blog post to be seen through organic search or just people visiting the website and wanting to read about that subject matter. There's one dedicated email each year through the Seasteading newsletter to the Seasteading database. And that's a significant benefit, as we'll look a little bit later on down the road. The open rate for emails is very high, so you get a lot of exposure there. And the Seasteading social media offering is pretty extensive as well. And you get 6 times per year postings to the Seasteading social media. So that's a significant advantage or a significant gain. And then if you'd like to do additional marketing to the Seasteading audience, by becoming a business member, you get a discounted rate to be able to do that as well. So again, as I talked in the beginning, the annual membership is $500 per year. If you are a business and you advertise, if you ever do database marketing or social media marketing, you can see already the value. There's virtually no risk in actually buying the Seasteading membership. And of course, you get to support a cause that you believe in. Let's see. So a couple of things I want to take a look at. We did go over the demographics a bit. 44% of seasteaders own their own home. 69% of seasteaders want to spend less than $600 per square foot on a seastead. Well, and what that basically means is that the tolerance for spending money on a seastead for the cost of buying a seastead is pretty high. 69% want to spend less than $600 a square foot, but $600 a square foot is a pretty good amount of money to spend on living space. But that still means that 31% of seasteaders are willing to spend more than $600 per square foot for a seastead. So that's a significant willingness to spend money on a seastead. And then, of course, there's a good percentage of seasteaders who want to own multiple residences. That's 14%. So as you can see, anybody offering products for people who live on seasteads or offering a seastead themselves, they're going to find a responsive market in the seasteading audience. 77% of seasteaders are interested in operating a business on a seastead, which opens up a whole world of products that they're going to need to be able to do that while living on a seastead. And I think that's significant because if we were thinking about a large portion of seasteaders that are looking to retire to a seastead, that kind of locks in what products and services they might be interested. As people retire, most people tend to get more on fixed incomes. Their purchases become less varied and they become more predictable. And they tend to not be accumulating things, especially new things, as much as people who are, looking to start a business or grow a family or in different stages of their life. So 77% of seasteaders would be interested in operating a business on a seastead. And that, again, is a significant value to somebody who owns a business and is trying to market products or services to seasteaders. 56% are desire to live on a full time on a seastead, so that's significant as well. And many seasteaders, 41%, can see multiple reasons for living on a seastead. The interest in vacationing on a seastead is pretty high, but it's low compared to the overall total of seasteaders. 33% of seasteaders would consider vacationing, or people would consider vacationing on a seastead. So that's a significant number of the whole database of seasteaders if you offer a product for vacationing. But again, it still supports the idea that seasteaders really want to have a permanent residence on on a seastead. 22% consider retiring there. Let's go right to the benefits of membership on the part of the social media again. There are 16,000 Facebook followers, almost 2,500 Instagram followers, almost 9,000 X or Twitter followers, and almost 10,000 YouTube subscribers. So if you have a product or service that works well with the social media, if it's something that you've had success marketing to social media before, then you can see there's a significant reach that you can attain through the Seasteading Institute and through purchasing a business membership. And of course, I'm sure everybody here has visited the Seasteading website. As you can see, your business, your product is going to be presented in a very professional way on the Seasteading website. Here's just a few of our blogs and blog posts that actually talk about some products and businesses that can actually be purchased for the purpose of seasteading. We get 200 to 500 visitors to a post on the website. The rest of the presentation really drills down on very specifics about our audience and about the current marketing or informational pieces of media that we send to them. This is probably the most significant out of what we've talked about so far, and I'll just end here unless somebody has another question. But we get about a 93% or in the 90s on a regular basis of our emails that are delivered. We get a very high open rate. This particular email was 40%. And then email clicks, we don't do up to date. We haven't done a lot of promotions through our emails. So there's not calls to actions and things that say, hey, click here to get this offer, or click here to learn more about this particular business. So the click-through rate is about 3%, and 3% in this particular email. You see that a lot when it comes to email marketing. But it could be a lot higher, especially with the Seasteading Institute audience and the open rate. If they had some calls to actions and reasons to click through to learn more about a product or get a free trial or get a special rate on something that they might be interested in buying. As you can see, here's another email, 43% open, 20% click-through rate. and another email, 43% open again, and a 12% click-through rate. So the email is a great value as well. And again, taking all of these different analytics, the size of the audience, the type of audience that the Seasteading Institute has against a $500 annual fee for membership, you can see there's a great deal of value in that. So I didn't know if there was any questions, or Carly or Joe, if you would like me to address anything else.
Do we have any questions or comments from the audience? Feel free to unmute yourself and ask it directly, or you can put the question in the chat.
I was actually typing up a nicely worded one in the chat right now, but it wasn't fast enough. Do you know if the membership includes, although I imagine it would be temporary while we're in the membership, a listing on the Seasteading Institute's Wikipedia page?
That's really good, Anthony, to consider that. But I don't know that myself. That would be something, I don't know, Carly, is that something to put into consideration?
We've had volunteers in the past to work on the Wikipedia page, and they have told me that the Seasteading Institute is not allowed, according to Wikipedia policies, to update our own page. So I don't know how we would navigate that, or if that's true, but if you are on Wikipedia, you are an active project partner already, so you could add it to the Wikipedia page and link to our active projects page.
I was removed for the same reason. I'm not allowed to add my information on page either.
Yeah, okay. See,
Neither
that
of us
seems
can do their own harm.
okay. Yeah, I don't know how we can amend that.
Yeah, we control our webpage, but we have no control over Wikipedia.
And I had a second question. You had a lot of great stats. Thank you for those stats. Do you happen to know any stats on how many of your followers, people are into seasteading for different reasons with different goals? How many of those followers, do you have a rough feel of how many of those are into it for the purpose of leaving government behind, seeking for more freedom, socioeconomic freedom specifically, where they can basically do whatever they want without, as long as they're not threatening someone else, as long as they're not threatening violence, that they can have peace, live in peace?
So the survey where all this data was collected, I did not have a question asking that, but we do have a new survey going live soon, so that, you know, next year when we're renewing memberships and recruiting new members, we should have data on that.
Thank you. This was excellent. I'm interested. Thank you.
Yeah, and to just follow up on that, the new survey does ask a lot more specific questions about things like that. So we'll have that data soon. Carly, there's some questions in the chat. Did you want me to just look at those, or?
I see a lot of comments. I don't see a lot of questions. So if I'm missing a question, anyone, please draw my attention to it. Okay, so Stephen Clark asks, is there a sense for how much interest there is in blockchain tech? Stephen, I don't have specific numbers, but there is a lot of overlap of people who support seasteading and people who are interested in blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I think there is a lot of interest, but I do not have hard numbers on that.
Mhm. The only thing I would add is if it's relevant. I mean, I've in my career as a database marketer, I've probably sent 1 billion emails, opt-in emails that were collected and developed. And I've been looking at analytics for decades from email marketing. And you know, again, I just you know, being somebody who purchase lists and do things like this all the time, especially where most seasteading products are actually not small ticket, high volume. Even though a small ticket, high volume product, it would still be a great value. But where most seasteading products are large ticket items, You know, how many sales do you have to make to recoup $500, right? So the value and the likelihood of getting a response with this audience is extremely high.
If I wasn't using my phone for the video part, I would have signed up already with the QR code. I have to wait after the meeting for that.
Well, there's an email that Carly threw in there that's and somebody else chatted and I lost. Oh, there it is. Business membership at seasteading .org. So if you're interested in business membership at seasteading.org, or you can use that QR code and go ahead and sign up for membership.
Well, if there are no other burning questions or comments, we can stop the meeting now, but thanks again, everyone, for attending. And if you know of anyone who might be interested in the business membership, again, it's $500 for the year. We will be sharing the video of this presentation, and then the slide deck that Matthew has showed us will be available on our website, so you can see all of the granular analysis as well. And thank you again for supporting Seasteading.